All right, next is from the Ultra Frog Roller Frog. The subject is CM Punk is Howard Stern. Yo, Conan, you keep saying, quote, AEW is still learning, end quote. Okay, then. So when can we start to critique them in your eyes?
Okay, stop right there
Yeah,
then.
it's
We've
like,
been critiquing them from the very beginning. Do you not listen to the show? I hate when people send questions and it's obvious they don't listen to the show.
right. So, guys, way back when CM Punk complained about how Batista would come into WWE despite a long time off, instantly get put into the top spots on the card, getting paid a ton more than anyone else, was having younger guys put him over, which didn't make him any bigger of a deal, only
Ugh.
made the younger talent look bad. Remind you of anyone?
Stop.
And-
That's Punk has always said that he was happy for Batista to come in. He just thought him coming in as a face was a mistake. And if you remember when Batista was there, he put over Bryan, he put over the Shield. Like
Well, let's
But
get
he
to
was
the rest of this guy's
but
guys.
he
This guy
did
makes a
complain
point,
about
though.
The Rock. Go ahead.
This guy
he
does
did
make a
come back
point,
around,
though.
yeah.
In fact, you know what? Punk isn't the new Batista. He's a new Howard Stern. Dude has become the exact thing which he used to rebel against, which made him popular in the first place. Now, despite making cash we'd all kill for, admittedly, he's become an absolute shell of what he used to be. K100, what do you think about this comparison? And by the way, Joe, I know that it means a ton more work for you, but that 3 hour episode about a week or two ago was really perfect stuff. I have long car journeys to work, so it made up for not having to listen to Top 40 radio.
Well, something like every 6 weeks, we are going to put up like a supersized, old school type version of the show, which should hit around.
We record a lot of good content.
Yeah, that week we had so much, so I just said, F it. We'll put up another big one.
I'll agree with this Punk comparison because Punk was far more entertaining and far more marketable when he was an ornery guy railing against the system. Now it's like, okay, this is the problem. Punk's whole thing was railing against the system. People keeping people down like him because he says he doesn't look like a wrestler and everything. So if he had his way, this is what he would do. Well, unfortunately, the way you're doing it and having your way has made you far less entertaining than you were when you were doing the things railing against the top guys. It's like, bro, he was always railing against Cena, The Rock, just all these like the top guys. Now, okay, it's like if I had my druthers, all the top guys would work with the younger guys in mid-card talent, which is what you're doing, but it's made you far less interesting. Like nobody wants to see you. People want to see you wrestle MJF. They want to see you wrestle Kenny Omega. They want to see that, bro. The last guys they want are see you wrestling right off the bat as the mid card guys. And I would argue that with anybody. It's like this is what you want to do. You're way less entertaining doing it, and that's just a fact. And like the numbers kind of are showing that. You know what I'm saying? It's like like we said, we talked about on this show, and Conan brought this up. He was not brought in hot. He was brought in as like, hey, I'm here to work with the younger guys. Happy to be back. Hey, I'm working with you. Well, there's good young talent, hungry talent, which is like such a trope, right? But bro, everybody's hungry in the wrestling business if you're in this business, right? Most people are. But it's like, oh, I want to work with all the hungry guys, and he's doing that, and it's like, all right. Well, listen, I didn't even watch the Hobbs Punk match because I was not interested because I knew he was going to go over. It's like so. It is what it is. I mean, I can, I can argue that he's way less entertaining right now as the guy that's working with the young guys and helping everybody out and stuff. So, what do you think?
Well, yeah, this is what I think. I think that when he was railing against the system, he was actually mad because he was being done wrong. So he had a real passion.
He was undervalued and wasn't making what he thought he was worth compared to the other guys.
And so, and I compare it to like when I was in LAX, I was very, very mad at the way I was being treated, and I was cutting these like promos from the heart. People, oh, those are really good promos, yeah, because that's how I really feel. But it's almost like now he came back and everybody immediately loved him. What's he mad about? Everybody's loving you. Got one of the greatest entrances ever. You got a whole bunch of money. If he's in creative with Tony, now he's creatively doing whatever he wants. He does whatever he wants. So now, he's really happy right now, right? It's almost like a rapper who like Jay-Z, he can't talk about the hood anymore. He's one of the richest men in the world. It's not the same energy. It's not the same rawness. Right. So, but what I do think that CM Punk has been reading the comments, because if you remember, he did an interview, an in-ring like 2 weeks ago where he says, yeah, a lot of you guys are tired about me
The nice part.
Tired of the love fest.
Happy
He
go lucky.
goes, yeah, he goes, watch out what you ask for. Like, all right, that what you want, then I'm going to give it to you. So I think he is cognizant, which is good, because the worst part would be for him to be oblivious. But him fighting young guys, even though it's cool because he wants to help young guys, because nobody helped him and nobody helped the cruiserweights in WCW. But it's the same thing, bro. Who wants to see Canelo Alvarez fighting some guy in the first match just because he's young? They want to see him fight the top guys. So if you were going to fight a young guy, maybe you should have done Darby Allin, then right after Darby Allin, MJF. But if you're just going to fight young guys, you're going to be Mr. Happy-Go-Lucky. I don't think that's going to wear thin quick. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I kind of feel about that.
Yeah, and to agree with Disco, like I'm admittedly a big Punk fan, so I really liked his match with Darby, but I also did not go out of my way to see him versus Hobbs because, like Disco said, I knew what the result was going to be. So I'm also waiting for him to step up against some other opponents. You know,
Right.